Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be trying out a toxic double bite team with Shadow Dripian and Skunk Tag. And now let's get into the matches. Moving into the first match, we have a terrible lead against Hisuian Electrode. I immediately save swap into Shadow Dripian and we bait out a Empoleon. We can flip this switch. I will just shield the Hydro Cannon and go for the Fail Stinger. This will buff off my attack and hopefully get the shield, which we are able to do. And we bite down the Empoleon. And they have a Drifloon in the back and this game is over. I'll go for the Aqua Tail and we get the final shield. From here, I'll just bring in the Drifloon and force them to throw their energy. As with Skunk Tank, we can easily close this game. They go for the Icy Wind, I'll go for the Icy Wind myself and take it out. And now we have the perfect alignment of Hisuian Electrode against the Skunk Tank. I will shield up the Energy Ball. This is just a wild charge, we can easily tank it and then go for the crunch. Crunch takes out the Hisuian Electrode and we win the game. Moving into the next match, we have a positive lead against Shadow Galade. I'll stay here for a bit and then go for the Icy Wind for the debuff, but they make an amazing catch into their Cresselia. This is a Confusion Cresselia, so I'll bring in my Skunk Tank and go for the farm down. They are debuffed and they go for the Ice Grass Knot, which basically does nothing. I'll go for the complete farm down and tank another move, which we are able to do, and they have a Gastrodon in the bank. I will go for the crunch for the debuff and we get the shield. From here we have the perfect alignment of Drifloon against that Gastrodon. I'll go for the Shadow Ball immediately. They no shield the Shadow Ball and it does huge damage to them. From here I'll just let the Drifloon go down and trust in Dripian to close this game for me. They have two shields, might as well use one of them. From here we can basically bite down the Galade and the Gastrodon and take this game. Moving into the next match, we have a neutral lead against Gliscor. They are staying in. I'll go for the Icy Wind debuff first, and which they are bound to shield as it is double super effective, and then I'll try to catch the next Night Slash onto my Dripian, which we are able to do. These bites are chunking the Gliscor and they bring out a Toxicroak. I'll go for the Aqua Tail as soon as I get there. This will put it in a farm down range. From here I can just bring in the Drifloon and completely farm them down. We resist all the moves, so we don't need to shield a thing here. This is just a Mud Bomb. We can safely tank it and go for the farm down. I will immediately save swap into Skunk Tank, hoping them to bring the Gliscor to throw their energy, but they have a Frostlass in the bank and this game is over. I'll go for the crunch just before they reach the Earthquake and we get the shield. From here, even if they take us out like they do, we have the Shadow Ball loaded. Shadow Ball one-shots the Frostlass and we win the game. Moving into the next match, we have a positive lead against Shadow Galade. And they are staying in. These moves are resisted, but still it will hurt a lot from Shadow Galade, so I'll go for the debuff first. After this, I'll bring in the Shadow Dripian. These bites are chunking and it almost puts it to red. They have a Gastrodon in the back. I'll go for the Fail Stinger and we get the shield. The boosted bites almost put the Gastrodon in a farm down range for the Drifloon. I shield up and it was the Waterfalls. From here I can go for the Icy Wind. I'll undercharge it a bit and get some farm on my Drifloon. And they have a Dripian in the back and this game is not over. But for the Icy Wind debuff and with the damage, hopefully we can close this game with Skunk Tank. We have a tall task to bite down a whole Dripian from here and they can spam out Aqua Tails after Aqua Tails. But they went for the crunch, hopefully they are not running Aqua Tail. We can tank any one move from here, which we are able to do. We reach the Flamethrower. Flamethrower takes out the Dripian and we win the game. Moving into the next match, we have a positive lead against Bronzong. These confusions are chunking, so after this Shadow Ball, I will bail out to Shadow Dripian. These bites are chunking as well. We tried to catch the Psyshock, but they went for the Bulldoze. And we bait out a Toxicroak. This is really good for us as it frees up the Skunk Tank to close the game. They went for the Mud Bomb. I will no shield it as it is a very poor matchup for Dripian anyway. From here I significantly overperform after this Icy Wind debuff. I try to undercharge a bit. They reach a move, but it is debuffed and resisted, so it won't do much. From here they have a Bronzong and a Frostlass in the bag, and this game is over. From here I'll just go for the crunch, hopefully to get the debuff. Even if not, we can just bite down the team and win the game. Moving into the next match, we have a Spice Lord running Shadow Staraptor. We save swap into Drapion and we bait out the Toxic Rope. I'll go for the Aqua Tail immediately, doing some chip damage which is very necessary. We almost get it to red, and from here I'll just commit to the farm down with Drifloon. They go for the Sludge Bomb, but everything is resisted. We commit to the farm down and go for the Icy Wind against the Staraptor. This will get the shield, and from here it is Skunk Tank time. I'll shield up as close combat will one-shot millions of Skunk Tank, and they have a Empoleon in the back. I'll go for the crunch immediately and we get the defense drop. This is huge. We almost get it to red. I'll shield up the Hydro Cannon as it will do massive damage. We just have to reach the Icy Wind, which we are able to do. Icy Wind takes out the Shadow Staraptor and we win the game. Moving into the final match, we have a neutral lead against Empoleon. We save swap into Drapion and we have the hardest counter to any poison type in the form of Bastiodon. I'll go for Aqua Tail after Aqua Tail, but Bastiodon is too tanky and these smackdowns are chunking. I'll go for another Aqua Tail and we get the shield. This is huge. From here I'll bring in the Drifloon. Hopefully it will force them to throw some energy. We have to tank the Stone Edge and then I'll bring in the Skunk Tank. I have to shield another Stone Edge, and from here hopefully we can close out this game. They bring back their Empoleon, which is nice for us. I'll shield up the Hydro Cannon and go for the crunch. Hopefully we get the debuff here, which we are not able to do. We almost are able to farm them down. They have a Frostlass in the bag. I go for the Shadow Ball immediately. Shadow Ball one-shots the Frostlass and we simultaneously KO. I had a ton of fun running this double bite squad. Hisuian meta is currently filled with double ghosts or confusion users like Gallet and Cresselia. For this reason, these bite users are going to town. And definitely I recommend using this team. Anyways, thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next one.